Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Afterwards Podcast. I'm your host, Joseph Fagundes.
I'm Murray Bell.
I'm Casey Peckel.
And I'm Grant Wilhelm.
Grant's our guest today. Grant, we have a couple questions for you. First guest of the year. All right. How many fantasy leagues are you in? And how long have you been playing fantasy football?
Let's see. Right now I'm in 3 main leagues, and I've been doing fantasy probably since 5 years of competitively. So I've been doing it for a couple years now.
Sweet. All right. Well, we're doing a mock draft episode today, so let me share that screen real quick. Everybody's in. Here we go. Look at that.
Oh, that's nice.
That is sick.
Nice. Getting it. All right, here we go. What's going on here?
Yeah. So we got 1 QB, 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers, 1 tight end, 2 flex, kicker, defense.
Yeah. All right.
Half PPR, right?
Half PPR.
It's full PPR. I can change it to half PPR.
No, keep it as full. That's fine.
Okay.
Yeah,
I like full.
I'm good with full.
So
Okay.
then Casey picks second, I pick fifth, Grant eighth, and Joe's 12th. So obviously the rest will be auto drafted.
Yes. So, Casey, why'd you want to go with the 2 spot?
I feel like the top 2 dogs are CD and McCaffrey, at least at this point in time. I don't know if something else happens to McCaffrey's cap or CD's contract negotiations, that might change by draft day. But I picked 1 in my main league, and I kind of am just I don't know, both of these guys, I'm so torn on who to take. So I kind of want to just take the 2 spot and, see what happens. I'm also thinking about trading down a little bit, see where the guys in the second round are going, if I can get somebody better, where the drop off in the second round hits. So
Gotcha. Murray
I don't think
at the
I
5.
think the contract at all.
Yeah, to me, there's kind of a clear top 3. There's a clear top 5, and there's a clear top 7. So I like picking within that first group of 5 just to make sure that I get one of those 5 that I like. But yeah, I just think after 7 it gets a little tough. So I'd like to pick as far back as I can while still getting a player I like.
Okay. Grant at the 8 spot. You kind of were gifted it, but
Just kind of a middle spot. I don't know. You can't. I don't know. It's tough. There's a lot of good options there, but I feel like there's those top 7 guys you can't go wrong with, and then once you get past that, you can go either way.
yeah, that's when you can kind of start reaching for not too far, but reach a couple picks
If you
for
could get a Brees or a Bijan down there, that'd be huge.
yeah. I picked the 12 because I didn't want to have to worry about drafting multiple times during each round. If I can just get it out of the way, right, 2 picks right out of the way, it'd be perfect. So, all right, well, we're going to get this thing started. Here we go. And it just started. So CD goes 1, Casey.
he goes 1. Easy pick for me. I'm going to go McCaffrey at 2.
All right. And then Jefferson, Tyreek Hill go 3 and 4. Murray, you're on the clock.
Yeah. So I like the running back route there.
Okay, so he took Brees. Then Jamar Amon-Ra goes. Grant,
I'm going
who'd you take?
Bijan. That offense, I think the Falcons are gonna have a pretty good year, and his receiving upside for full PPR.
All right. Then it goes get 2 more running backs, Gibbs, Jonathan Taylor, and then team 11 takes AJ Brown. That puts me on the clock. I'm going to go with Garrett Wilson.
Yeah.
And then I'm also going to take, I'm feeling Kyron Williams. I'm going to take Kyron Williams at the 2-1 because I just think he's the kind of the guy in LA. So he's gonna kind of perform.
You like him
Saquon.
more than Saquon?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Volume.
The only thing about Saquon is I think Jalen Hurts will take those red zone touches.
That's the concern. I agree.
But that O-line is very good. So this
All
8
right.
pick is growth in the turn. I'm not a huge fan of that.
Yeah. So team 11 took Saquon. Laporta went at the 2-3 spot, and then Marvin Harrison Jr. at the 2-4. Grant's got the 2-5.
See, I really like there's someone I think is him falling to you here is good.
I'm going D Adams, even though I don't like the quarterback play there a lot.
I think that's the right pick for sure.
He
Mhm.
gets so many targets this year. Like
Yeah,
last year,
see-
he got a lot of targets and he didn't like get a lot of the completions. I think
Mhm.
This spot's tricky here because I'm gonna reach a little bit just to make sure I get my guy.
Yeah, that
Ooh,
sounds
okay.
like so. Puka
Double
goes.
down.
Puka goes at 2.6. Chris Olave at 2.7. Murray takes Derrick Henry because that's his guy. Drake London at 2.9. Josh Allen, first quarterback off the board at 2.10. Casey is got the 2.11.
Yeah, and I think I have to take ETN. If I can go McCaffrey and ETN, that's just two workhorse running backs that catch the ball, run the ball. There's not really any competition, barring an injury. So I love that pick there.
Okay. And then Kelsey goes to at the 2.12, and then 3.1 takes Pacheco. Casey's back on the clock.
Yeah, I'm kind of torn right here because I do need a receiver. Ayuk is real iffy right now. Evans, he's been good every single year he's been in the league, but
Is this the
there's
year?
age concerns.
Is he 32 now?
He's
31,
he's getting up
32.
there. I think I'm gonna go ahead and take Nico Collins to be my wide receiver one.
Okay, you take Nico Collins. Ayuk and Josh Jacobs go right after that, and Murray next, looking for a receiver or pulling an old school CJ. What is he going to do?
I really am thinking about taking A-Chain here.
I mean,
But
this
that's
is your mock draft, so
yeah, you know what? If I was in this scenario, I like Evans, but I just think that the Bucks and Baker might regress after last year. I'm gonna take A-Chain and just
Tripling up on the RBs.
Evans is also he's not the best for PPR. He's kind of like a
right.
nice
He's
PPR
a
where
big boom guy.
touchdowns and
yeah.
I'm
All
a
right.
little biased on this
3-6.
pick. But I'm going Debo.
Okay,
I think Ayuk or without Ayuk, he's still going to get a lot of work.
I love that pick. All right, 3-6 goes Patty. Mike Evans at the 3.7. Debo. Grant took Debo, like that pick. Jalen, third quarterback off the board at the 9 at 3.9. Waddle, DJ Moore, and then it's me. I have a big decision here.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I'm gonna take the guy I want for sure that I definitely gonna take is Rashad White to get that RB2 spot. I think, it's his PPR, pass catching ability is gonna be great. And then I'm stuck between three receivers here: Diggs, Pittman, and Cooper Kupp. You know what? I'm gonna go out on a limb. Diggs might have a good year. I think he might. Next, Diggs' quarterback, CJ Stroud, then Cooper Kupp, and then Michael Pittman. Grant, to you.
I don't know. I still think it's early to take a quarterback before round 5. I'm not super high on that this year. Think I'm gonna, and I don't like the rookie receivers, especially Neighbors on the Giants. I don't know.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna take the upside with the young tight end.
All right. Trey McBride comes off the board, then Lamar Jackson, then DK Metcalf. Murray can take has some options here, and I think I know where he's going.
Yeah, I'm sure
Yep,
you did.
that's what he's gonna take Mark Andrews.
I like Mark Andrews.
Devonta Smith at the 3.9, Malik Neighbors at 4.10 or 4.9, my bad. Malik Neighbors at 4.10. Casey.
okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and take my third running back, and I'm gonna reach a little bit, not too far, and take Kenneth Walker.
Okay. Kenneth Walker. I like that pick.
Yep.
Team number 1 at the turn goes two more running backs, Mixon and James Cook, and then Casey's back.
Okay, I'm a little torn here with the guys I have on the board. But I think I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take Amari Cooper to be my wide receiver 2.
Right. After
I
that,
like
Zay Flowers and Alvin Kamara, and Murray's up. He's got some receivers options here.
I
What's
will
he
be
gonna do?
completely honest. I would have taken Kamara if he was there. I would have gone the 4 running back, 1 tight
I
end
figured
route.
you were. I figured you were.
I would have done that for sure.
So with the double flex, you could start both, I guess.
That's what I mean. They're going to be starting in my lineup every week.
Yeah.
Yep. No, I was thinking about that. That was, man, I hate this spot here. But you know what? I like T.
I was
Higgins.
We go T. Higgins, number
I like
6
T. Higgins.
goes to Kincaid. Then Tank Dell goes. Grant's on the clock, still needing an RB2.
There's still
Yeah.
3 teams with no running backs.
I don't like this middle running back zone. I'm gonna wait and I'm gonna take the young guy, Lamar 2.0.
He takes
he's
Anthony
healthy.
Richardson.
Interesting.
I took him in my main league already too. I don't know, that rushing upside from the quarterback is huge.
It is.
And then Kyle Pitts, George Pickens, Keenan Allen goes. I'm on the clock. This is a tough spot. I think I'm gonna take Kittle just to kind of lock in that tight end spot, being in a 12-team league.
I like that.
And then thinking here, I'm gonna reach a little bit. Take another receiver because I don't know. Diggs is still a question mark with all those targets there. I'm gonna take Terry McLaurin. I think with Jaden Daniels and with Terry McLaurin playing on the outside, he's gonna have a better year than he did last year.
I think this is a pretty clear pick right here. James Conner, lead back in Cardinals. I think they're gonna be healthy this year.
Yeah. Aaron Jones, DeAndre Swift, Rome Odunze goes. Then Grant's pick with James Conner, Christian Kirk, then David Montgomery, and then Murray's up and making a decision.
He wanted to take Ramondre
He-
there.
He probably did. I was thinking he was going to take Rashee Rice, but he took the other Chiefs receiver in Xavier Worthy out of Central High School.
I'm looking for a little bit of boom out of my wide receiver position, given how I kind of punted it until later in the draft. So I'm taking some guys with some high upside.
I gotcha.
Your running backs can definitely hold you over, so you can take those high upside.
Right? That's what I'm hoping for.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and take Dak Prescott with this pick here.
All right. So after Murray's Xavier Worthy pick, Joe Burrow, Rashee Rice, Casey's Dak Prescott pick. Love that one. And then team 1 takes another running back in Ramondre, and then takes maybe the number 1 target in Green Bay in Jaden Reed, and then Casey is on the clock.
Yeah, I'm torn to go Evan Ingram with the tight end route here, or pick up my second flex option with a running back or receiver. And I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take Calvin Ridley.
All right.
like
Calvin Ridley goes, and then Casey's one of Casey's guys that he was looking at, Evan Ingram, goes, then get Chris Godwin, and then Murray's on the clock. And he takes another boom or bust guy in Jordan Addison.
I'm gonna take the workhorse running back there out of Vegas.
All right. Yeah, Najee and Ferguson, and then Grant takes Zamir White. Also like that pick. Mostert, Hollywood Brown, Brock Bowers go, and then it's me. I am definitely not taking Tony Pollard. Not a huge Tony Pollard guy. You know what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my quarterback here. I'm living in Arizona now. We're gonna take the guy who's a hometown guy. We're gonna take Kyler Murray. And then I'm gonna take a rookie receiver here because he's really the only liable target for Justin Herbert here. I'm gonna take Ladd McConkey. Deontay Johnson, Jordan Love, Javonte Williams goes. Grant, you are on the clock.
Going for the young guy. Josh Allen needs a wide receiver 1. There's 3 guys on that offense that can all take it. I think why not take the home run shot with the Keon Coleman?
Yeah.
I was hoping to get Coleman at this pick here.
2 more running backs go. Tony Pollard, Austin Eckler. And then Murray takes DeAndre Hopkins. Murray.
What's his injury status? He's questionable or out for a week or two, right?
Yeah, he's a little banged up. I'm just hoping that again with this wide receiver room, like if I can survive until he gets healthy, and then when he's healthy, if he can be that, top 15, top 20 wide receiver, I'm okay.
Yep.
All right.
Damn.
After Hopkins goes Njoku, and then Nick Chubb, and then Casey.
Yeah, I was hoping to get Ferguson or Njoku here. Looks like the tight ends are kind of flying off the board. Instead, I'm gonna go ahead and stash Jonathan Brooks.
Okay. After that, Brock Purdy, Zach Moss go, and Casey's right back in it.
At this point, most of the teams have a tight end, so I'm still gonna sit and wait that out. And I'm gonna go and take Christian Watson, who, if he's healthy, we know what he can do.
Yeah. Jalen Warren, Trey Benson go. Murray is on the clock.
See, this is going to be another one where I'm reaching a little bit, but I think that if there's a guy you want, you got to make sure you get him.
Taking Zeke,
Just looking at that.
Brian
took him in
Robinson.
the I like that Zeke pick.
I think we all do.
All three of those guys, Zeke, Robinson, and Singletary, like they should be getting a bulk of the work. And I mean, to get those guys in the 9th round feels like a huge discount for somebody who could be a every week starter on your team.
That's what I'm kind of hoping for.
Yeah.
I'm going for, I think it's going to be the better running back there in Tennessee.
Tajay
Just
Spears.
stack-
Yeah. JSN, the rookie kit. Wow. Team 10 took Jordan Love and Caleb Williams.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Wow, what
All
an
right.
interesting comment.
Brian Thomas Jr. goes, and I'm up. I need another running back. And apparently, the one round that I need a running back in, all of them go. So I'm going to take, hopefully, is the RB1 in I almost said San Diego, in LA. Gus Edwards. And then I'm going to take a guy with some upside in Chase Brown.
No,
Chase
the tight
Brown.
ends are fine again.
At this point, you might as well just wait for late.
Hawkinson and Goddard go. Jaden Daniels at the 10-4 spot. Good buddy. 10-5, Grant.
I got to go receiver here. You and our legend right there. Got to take him. Romeo Dobbs. He could be the wide receiver one. We saw what he did in the playoffs with Love.
Yeah. No, I was debating on taking another running back, taking him or Chase Brown at that spot. That was a good pick. Tua goes Dalton Schultz. Murray takes Cortland Sutton. I like it.
I don't know. What if Bo Nix is good?
He might be.
Yeah.
He's looking good. Jared
Especially
Goff.
with
Jamison Williams goes Casey.
Okay, so yeah, I really need a tight end here. I'm probably gonna double up and take 2 of them, because I've got 4 running backs and 4 wide receivers that I like. I've got my QB. So I'm gonna go ahead and take Cole Kmet and hope either Frymuth or Musgrave. Yes.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
Tyler Lockett.
counter the Jordan Love, Caleb Williams pick. Take
Okay. Wow. He
Kmet.
countered it. He countered it. Tyler Lockett in between the tight end sandwich. Tyler Lockett and Blake Corum go. And then after goes.
bad. If Caleb Williams actually plays like how people were
He had a couple weeks where he scored.
Yeah.
Scoring points.
All right. And then after the Friar goes Curtis Samuel. And then Murray Bell is on the clock.
Still with no quarterback.
Still with no quarterback, but there is still some.
That's what I mean. I'm not going to take one right here.
Yeah, there's still a
there's
lot
some
of
good
options at quarterback. He's going to go Gabe Davis, the feast or famine king.
Yeah, give it a try.
Trevor Lawrence, Jerome Ford goes, and Grant is up with his 11th.
I'll try to get a little bit of a stack here. Get Adonai Mitchell and Anthony Richardson. See what they can do.
All righty. Kickers are flying. Kickers are going.
Kickers on the sleeper. This is where they go.
Kickers, Brandon Aubrey, Justin Tucker, Evan McPherson go. I am not going to take a kicker.
I think it's 2 still.
I'm going to go with two guys that are probably going to be the wide receiver 2 on their teams, but still have some pretty good upside in Khalil Shakur and Jacoby Myers. I can't believe I just took a Boise State guy, but I did. Josh Palmer, Zach Charbonnet go, and Xavier Leggett.
He's coming off an ACL injury. Rodgers needs some weapons. Let's see what Mike Williams can do with the deep ball down there in New York.
Alrighty, 2 more kickers go in Younghoe Koo and Tyler Bass. I mean, we should just put Vic in. Where's Vic drafting Murray in our league?
Pencil in for Younghoe.
Yeah, I mean, I think you have to do that before the round, or before you just put him in as Vic's last pick.
Right. We will take our quarterback here.
Aaron Rodgers goes. I wasn't even thinking of the Rodgers Garrett Wilson stack.
It's not bad at all.
I might be sending Murray a trade. Jerry Jeudy, Justin Herbert go. Casey is on the clock.
Yeah, so with the Brooks pick, I'm just gonna lock down the volume in Carolina. Maybe not much boom there, but I'm gonna take Chuba Hubbard.
Alrighty. Cousins and Butker go. And then Casey's back on the clock. I'm gonna send Murray a trade right now.
Let's see. I'm not really loving these wide receiver options we got going on right now. I wouldn't want to take a kicker.
We still have some options out there.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and take J.K. Dobbins.
Okay,
Maybe
J.K. Dobbins
got
goes.
something left in the tank.
Yeah. Rookie running back goes Jalen Wright. Jalen Wright. I couldn't figure it out. And Jake Elliott went. Murray. Kicker?
No, a little too early. I'm gonna take Estimate there.
Okay. Estimate goes before Jaleel McLaughlin. What do you think about that?
Taking the quarterback just in case Richardson doesn't perform. I think I can rely on Matthew Stafford there.
I think that's a good pick. I know we were talking about, taking one of those.
Right. Anytime you go young quarterback, you should get a veteran is going to produce.
Yeah.
I mean, Stafford has the weapons to be good. I don't think you can go wrong with a safe quarterback there, Stafford.
Shaheed, Ty Chandler go before the Stafford pick. Niners D, first defense off the board. Rico Dowdle at the 13-10 spot. New York Jets defense, and then I'm on the clock. What do we got cooking here? I'm going to take a flyer here. Somebody's got to score in New England, and I think it's going to be this Jalen Polk guy.
Yeah.
He might
rookie.
be pretty. And then I'm also going to take the pass catching back out of Denver, Jaleel McLaughlin. He might have some. I don't know. You just never know. They might be throwing the ball a lot. Kendre Miller, Brandon Cooks, Marshawn Lloyd goes. Grant is on the clock.
I'll just snag a kicker here. I think this offense can put up a lot of points.
Amy Fairbairn goes. Josh Downs, Troy Franklin after that. Murray is thinking.
Yeah, well, because I was thinking about going with a second quarterback here.
Mm-hmm.
But there's not really anyone that I feel like, because I feel like Rodgers obviously has the potential to not be anything special. So I'm looking for a safer option, and there's not really any safe options left.
Nope.
I don't hate Baker or Geno.
See, I was thinking I was gonna do like Sam Darnold or Derek Carr if I was gonna go quarterback here.
Oh, really? See, I feel like
I think
Two butterfly legends.
Baker was really good.
I kind of am gonna buy into the butterfly. and I'm gonna draft Sam Darnold, son of a bitch.
Sam Darnold, the butterfly, Jake Moody, Tyler Algier go.
I mean, imagine if we're right and he's actually really good.
We went 1 for 3 last year.
Right? If he could be our one this year, that'd be huge.
Do we not?
Yes.
I mean, yeah. Could Levis be considered a butterfly, or does it got to be older?
I'm in on Levis. I'm in on Levis.
Okay.
I don't think he's a butterfly though. I think he's
They got to be a little older. Got it.
Yeah, you gotta be a little older.
Got it.
so I'm gonna go ahead and take a guy who got targeted a lot last year out of New England. I don't love New England, but this guy got targets. He caught the ball. We're playing PPR. Receivers are low. I'm taking Demario Douglas.
Mario Douglas goes. Ben Sinnott, Dontavian Wicks at the 14-15 turn. Casey's back.
Yep, I'm gonna go ahead and take my QB2. But the real butterfly legend of the show is Baker Mayfield.
Yep, he's the only one that we hit last year. Elijah Mitchell, maybe the safest handcuff in all of fantasy football.
Maybe I should have done that with McCaffrey, but I have too many running backs.
then Kate Otten and then Murray Bell is up on the clock.
Yeah, give me Dicker the kicker.
He's taking Dicker the kicker. Jahan Dotson, Isaiah Likely goes. Grant. Does he go defense? No, he
There we
takes
go.
the tight end quarterback Taysom Hill.
I like that pick.
Versatile
You never
weapon.
know.
See if the Saints shake something up this year. Try to use him a little bit more if Derek Carr's playing back.
I heard they said that he's going to play like 5 positions. So
Probably
On
wouldn't.
defense now, actually.
yeah, he's the
playing
Travis
free
Hunter
safety.
of. He's just playing both ways. Adam Thielen,
I mean,
Ricky Pearsall, Kaimi Vidal go. And I'm going to take, because I have Kyler, I'm going to take a quarterback, and I'm going to go out on a limb. I'm going to take Bo Nix, starting quarterback for the
Ooh.
Denver Broncos.
Like that.
Yep.
Just to have, and then I'm going to take the Cowboys defense.
I was gonna get them. I like streaming defenses though every week. I don't. I'm not.
I kind of do too.
I like streaming defenses as well, but in mock drafts, defenses tend to go later than they actually do. A lot of people, one person will grab the defense, and then all the defenses are gone. That's
I'm
what
gonna take
at
the
least
Steve.
Bucks D. Okay, a lot of running backs going. Deshaun Watson first goes, and then Antonio Gibson. What was his first name? Tracy, for the Giants backup. Running
Tyrone
back.
Tracy.
Tyrone Tracy. Didn't want to be racist. Baltimore Ravens. Then Braylon Allen, Ray Davis. Murray takes the Bucks. Bucky Irving. Then Damian Pierce, which I didn't know he was still in the league because of how bad he was last year.
So.
Yep. I'm gonna go with Cleveland defense.
Browns D. And then Jermaine Burton goes, and then Steelers defense.
I'm gonna take Daniel Carlson as my kicker.
All right.
Not his brother. His brother might be the worst kicker of all time.
He's in a kicking battle with Greg Joseph.
I'm gonna take Casey's guy here to be my
Yeah. Hey, tight end butterfly.
Yeah.
For the last 3 years. Miami Commanders, Okonkwo, Eagles, Chiefs, then Conklin goes.
Mr. Irrelevant.
Hunter Henry, Seahawks D, Khalil Herbert, and then I have the Mr. Irrelevant pick, which
kicker is it?
It's this kicker. It's Matt Gay is going to be my kicker. I don't know. I just wanted to pick him. That's our mock draft here. I'll stop sharing the screen. Let us know if you liked our draft, if you didn't like our draft,
let's have everyone go through and share what they think of their team.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me go over there. I stopped sharing the screen. Would you like me to share the screen again?
Yeah, that'll be nice. People
Okay.
can
Do you
see.
want to start it off, Joseph, or do you want to go from 2 through 12 and I can start it off?
Yeah, we'll go 2 through 12. So, okay,
Yeah.
start with your team.
Okay.
sorry,
Yeah, I mean,
everybody.
in a two flex league, a two running back, two receiver, two flex league, I think running backs are really important to have. And you can see it where some of these teams, I know it was just like an auto draft, but they ended up with just no running backs and they're going to really struggle. Going like 5 receivers before taking a running back is just an absurd play. But getting McCaffrey, ETN, and Ken Walker just feels like I don't think I could do any better than that. And then my wide receivers with Nico Collins, Amari Cooper, Calvin Ridley, Christian Watson as my guys. And then Demario Douglas a little bit later. I feel like those guys all have the potential to be good players. I got Dak. The only thing I maybe would have changed is taking a little bit better of a tight end. Getting Komet and Musgrave feels iffy, but if I can hit on one of those guys and just be heavy on the waiver wire for tight end, I really like this team.
All right. Yeah. Murray, what do you think about your team?
Yeah, so I love obviously my running back position. I think that there's a possibility with as good as I think Zeke can be, that I could be looking at 3, maybe even 4 top 10 running backs this season. So anytime you can say that, that's awesome. The thing that scares me is I need Mark Andrews to stay healthy for this season. Otherwise, that could be a problem. And then I have a lot of receivers that I feel like have a very high upside. So if I can get 2 of those guys, I'm assuming Higgins will be one for the majority of the season. But if 2 of those guys can just be like, 10-point a game scores consistently, lean back on the 4 running backs I'm going to start and a good tight end, I think that definitely a lot of upside there if the receivers can perform.
Would you, with this team with Aaron Rodgers and Darnold at QB, would you consider like streaming your quarterback position week to week if Rodgers doesn't work out?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, if Rodgers isn't good, you just kind of look for some favorable matchups, especially where there's the potential for trying out some stacks, with Addison and Darnold could be one. You could try Levis and Hopkins if that's something that gets going, because he should be a free agent as well. So Gabe Davis, if him and Trevor start clicking, like there's a good chance for some guys that you could look at and try to trade for if you were trying to switch it up. But yeah, the quarterback position, I like Rodgers.
Yeah.
Right. Grant?
Yeah, with my team, I think if you're not taking risks, you're not going to win. I think you gotta take some risks. So I went with a couple of younger guys, and then I countered that, took some safe guys who I think in Debo, James Conner, Devontae Adams, and then I took some upside guys like Trey McBride, Zamir White.
Keon
I think,
Coleman.
yeah, Keon Coleman. I think you got to mix him in. And I'm really high on the rushing quarterbacks. I'm not taking a quarterback before round 4, but if you can get that running back that can give you that rushing upside with the touchdowns, I will take him after round 4.
Running back?
And for a 12 team, I feel pretty balanced. I'm not too mad about this team. I like it.
Yeah, you're pretty solid all around. There's no real hole with the team.
Yeah. It's actually a good segue into mine because doing all these 10-man drafts, because I'm only in 10-man drafts, in 10-man leagues, I kind of waited on running backs, and now my RB3 is Gus Edwards. So if one of Kyron or Rashad White goes down, I'm hoping that either Gus Edwards or Chase Brown have good seasons, because then I'm going to be hitting that waiver wire. I don't know. I think my team is gonna decent. I'm not overly excited about it. I kind of took some guys that were, I just kind of wanted. And that could have really good potential, but also could not. I like the Bo Nix pick. Getting him that late, just because if Kyler does end up going down and Bo Nix is actually as good as he should be, I think I'll be okay there at quarterback.
Yeah.
All right. Who out of all of ours, I mean, you can pick yourself, But whose draft did you like the most?
I like the way Murray went with the running backs. I know it's PPR, but still,
What
I
about
think.
my running backs?
Let me see. I like the Brees Hall, Derrick Henry. Those guys
Yeah,
are
that's a
solid.
good stack.
They're just
I mean,
they're just actually better than McCaffrey and ETN is what it is.
I don't think anyone's better than McCaffrey out there.
As you're biased,
Um,
aren't you?
I was gonna actually, I think Grant's is how full it is. Like there's no spot where it's like a weak spot here and there. As long as I'm not super high on Bijan, but like probably wrong, and he's probably gonna be great.
No,
So
I see that.
he's the
I-
only one that I like. As long as he can play to his potential, like I just feel like consistently that's going to be a very consistent team week in and week out.
That pick
Um,
8 in the round, I feel like it's pretty split. I don't think there's a go-to guy. I just think Bijan.
That's why I was so curious to see. Like, I was assuming one of those three running backs or Saquon would have been, the general option, unless you wanted to go receiver. But
honestly,
yeah, I was gonna say I agree with Murray. I like the balance of Grant's team. I think my wide receiver room has some injury questions, but if those guys can stay healthy, and maybe find a guy on the waiver wire, I was super happy with what I did with my team.
I saw something saying that Nico Collins is the wide receiver 1 there. Tank Dell's only playing in the 3 wide receiver sets. So I think Nico Collins. I don't think Tank Dell and Stephon Diggs are going to play too much of a factor in him. I think he's still going to get those deep balls and a lot of volume.
Get those deep balls, wouldn't you?
yeah, if,
Go ahead, Murray.
if Nico, I mean, the issue with the Houston wide receiver room is I just don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Obviously, like it's true with all three of them. Whichever one of them does kind of emerge into that wide receiver 1 spot, like of course they're going to be extremely successful. I just more so I don't know who it's going to be.
I
Like if
think
one big injury is there, it could shake it all up.
also it might be like last year with Tank Dell and Nico Collins, to where they were kind of switching off each week.
Yeah, I just
Like,
don't
it
the
might be a
switching off
rotation.
thing. I don't like starting someone every week that like I drafted planning on you being the guy on your team and you're only the guy half the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like Murray and Casey's running first 3 running backs. I was gonna say that I'd be happy with those, any combination if those were my first 3 running backs or just 2 running backs. But I do like Grant's draft as well, especially getting Zamir in the 7th.
Getting Zamir and
Yeah.
James Conner in 6 and 5 really kind of that made that whole thing, because after Zamir,
It drops
it's
off hard.
pretty iffy on if those guys are going to get carries, if they're going to get the ball, until you go down to the guys who are going to get the ball, but we don't know how effective they're going to be, like Zeke, Brian Robinson, and Singletary.
Yeah, and
Like
that's
in
one,
those late rounds. Yo, you can go.
that's one thing that I'm regretting on this draft, is not just reaching on some of those running backs. Instead of maybe taking Kyler Murray and like Lad McConkey. Just get
That's like that Zeke pick was like there was a chance I could have gotten him on the wraparound. Not even the
You
it was a
I
far
would've
way
taken
away.
I would have taken him.
He's one of the last guys that is going to get volume, get goal line touches, and get receptions. You have to take the chance on
I
him.
think that's a good pick. I'm high on Zeke this year.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
and
think like
receivers-
but with the running backs in general or any player, like if there's someone you like, then just go get him. I feel like so many people are worried about like ADP and would this be a reach? You would much rather go out and get your guy than be trying to wait for him to fall back to you and he doesn't. Like just reach and take your guy if there's someone you're that big on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't believe in ADP. I think because they vary. ESPN's totally different. Sleeper
Right.
stuff.
That was Casey and I just had a draft together this week, and it was a little weird because there's keepers involved and stuff like that. But I had picked 8. Every single mock draft I had done, I was going running back in it because someone was falling there. Somehow, like Justin Jefferson fell which is awesome. But then my entire draft strategy was screwed.
Right.
Yeah.
But you can't pass on that. You have to take
That's
that.
No,
right.
that's what,
From
yeah.
the
But
first 7 picks.
so, like, no matter how much like work and preparation you put in, someone can just screw the entire thing up in the first round.
Yeah.
I had picked 6, but two of my keepers were Devontae Smith and Nico Collins. So I took Jahmyr Gibbs because I just didn't need that wide receiver there. I needed to get the running back. I went Gibbs and Kenneth Walker in the first 2,
Yeah.
just because a lot of those running backs are keepers. And then I went out and got Brooks later because he's a guy I could keep for, years to come, just 1 round ahead where I took him. And Benson, so the keeper thing really throws it all off because if you have running backs, even if the pick where you are at is good running backs, it's sometimes you can't take them because you need to fill the wide receiver spot, or I guess it varies year to year on who keeps what position more.
Right.
But running backs, there's only so few of them, and I had the wide receivers at the keeper that I think will at least be serviceable, and I was still able to go get Cup in the 3rd and Mark Andrews.
What made it, looking at it, there was like a world where I was going Derrick Henry at the 8. And
Interesting.
again, the rankings were weird because of guys that kept and stuff, but in no world did I think the guy at the 7 was going to take Derrick Henry over Justin Jefferson.
Mm-hmm.
Like, not once did I account for that in any of the. There were more scenarios when I was doing the mocks that I was getting Henry at the 2nd round and going someone like Gibbs or Saquon at the 8.
Mm-hmm.
So it had me rattled.
I'm doing my first keeper league in a while. This is the first year we're actually keeping players. And like I told Murray, I get Brees in the 3rd round because it's 2 spots up from where you drafted him. I drafted Brees in the 5th last year. So and we don't know the draft order yet. So there's a world that I have the number 1 or number 2 pick, and I have Christian McCaffrey and Brees Hall.
Right.
Which would be insane. But like I showed Murray, I did a mock draft last night keeping Brees Hall or whenever that was, and it was like I got Tyreek Hill. I think it was like Tyreek Hill, ETN, Brees Hall were my first 3 picks.
No, anytime you're getting the number 1, or excuse me, a top 5 pick in the 3rd round, doesn't get any better than that.
Yeah. So I'm excited just to see. I don't know. I'm trying to look back at the last year's teams to figure out who's going to get kept. And it sounds like only about half the teams are actually going to keep players.
Interesting. I feel like there's always got to be value somewhere.
Yeah, I just don't think they know. Nobody drafted well enough to actually do keepers. I was thinking about it. Nobody else was thinking about it. So, all right. Well, what do you got? Do you guys want to do wavelength? Or do you guys want to end it here?
Let's do it.
About 50 minutes. All right. Let me stop sharing screen. Here we go. Grant, you're going to be our question asker, right?
Wavelength.
Is that the one where you number?
You got to get out of here for a sec.
You got to get out of here first.
So you're going to ask us questions, and we're going to give you an answer, and you try and pick the number.
Yeah. Okay.
Does that work?
Yeah, that's cool.
You guys got that down? No cheating. All right. We're locked in. All right. So you ask us a sports question. It could be give me a team's uniform, or
you're good.
a baseball team's uniform or something. And let's say we wanted to give a 10 out of 10 answer. I'd say the baby blue Phillies or something. And you put 9 or a 10 based off. So we have our number. You ask us questions and we give you an answer based on what we think the number is.
Okay. And then is it 1 round?
Yeah. So you ask 2 rounds.
One question.
Yeah, it's going to be 2 rounds asking each of us 1 question.
Okay. Yeah. Perfect. I'll start. Ready? I'll start off. Name me Murray. This is Murray. This is for you. MLB ballpark. What MLB ballpark?
MLB ballpark. I'll say Cincinnati.
Okay.
Look at that.
Let's see. Jose, give me a position on a football team.
It's a fun one.
I'm trying to mix it up and not be boring. Like,
Oh, that is a fun one.
That is a fun one. Tight end.
okay. And then Casey, give me an NFL uniform. I think I got it in my head already.
I'll do the Steelers.
So I guess now, or do we do one more round of
Just
questions?
tell us where you're
Tell us
sitting.
what you're thinking right now.
I'm sitting 6 or 7, like 5, 6, 7, in the kind of in the middle.
Okay. Okay, so now ask us another round of questions.
Yeah, one more round and then guess it.
Tell us where you're sitting after each one.
Yeah. Murray, give me an NBA player.
An NBA player. Man, give me Derek White.
Ooh. Yeah, I'm definitely leaning like 6. I don't know. He's Olympic team 6 or 7. Let's see. I'm thinking. Jose, give me a fantasy, like a draft number in fantasy football in the first round. Like what spot? Or does that give it away? Because
No,
No,
Because it can
You're
be-
good.
Yeah.
So 1 through 12?
Yeah, 1 through 12.
I'd say probably say 6. 6, the
Okay.
6th spot.
All right. What are you thinking right now?
I think after our rankings, but like before the draft, when we said those first 7 picks, can't really go wrong with those ones. I gotta think it's a little bit higher. I think I'm leaning 7.
Okay. So you asked me a question.
Yeah. Let's see.
Mr. Stingray.
Give me an NFL conference or NFL division, like NFC North. NFC.
Okay. An NFL division. I will go. I'm actually gonna go with the NFC North.
That's a good answer.
Good answer.
Yeah, Lions, Packers, but yeah. Yeah, I'm going 7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those were good questions.
Those were good
I feel
questions.
like when I'm asking, I'll struggle to like think of a good one.
Yeah.
Those were all. I don't think we've ever used.
No, the NFL position one, I know we've never used before. I
Yeah.
like
Yeah, we've never used that. That was good. That was good.
Because I've done this
Like
before
that.
and people only say, like, name me a player, name me a player. I'm like, that's not fun. I like to
Yeah,
go,
or like a jersey or
Yeah.
something like that. The position one was fun though.
yeah.
I don't know.
Okay.
You guys got mad at me the one time I said the Spider-Man one, but that was
Oh yeah, because that was the stupidest thing in the world.
Wait, what was it?
It was so stupid.
I was really into the Spider-Man games at that point, and I was like, give me a Spider-Man movie. And Murray's like, it has to be sports questions. I was like, oh.
A Spider-Man movie was what he wanted.
And there's only like. Yeah, I'm only a fan of the first 3 or the Tobey Maguires and the Tom Hollands are okay. I never really watched too much of the Andrew Garfield ones.
The Andrew Garfield ones are so mid, bro.
They're very getting overhyped right now
Hmm.
because he's a good actor, so his performance was good, but the movies are actually not very good. All right,
That's
well, that's it. We got season preview next week, and then we're into week 1.
Woo!
And college
Thanks for
football
having me.
starts this weekend.
Oh,
College-
scout selections. How could I have forgotten?
How can
I do have a play for this weekend.
All right.
I also
play,
have a
one
this
play.
weekend.
We're keeping it simple here. I am teasing a 2-team teaser, the Nevada Wolfpack with Georgia Tech. 6-point teaser. You're getting Georgia Tech at plus 17.5. That game is in Dublin. Florida State lost a lot of talent from last year. I just think 17.5 is too many. And Nevada teased up to 23.5. Look, 10 SMU is good, but it's the first game, new head coach.
The
at-
launch.
Hang on.
Shubba
hang on.
Purdy.
It's the launch.
You got Nevada at plus 23.5? Is that what you said?
33.5
Okay,
in the
I
teaser.
heard 23 and I was like, wait a second, I got it at 33.
Yeah. 33.5. I don't think we're going to win this game.
No.
I don't even think it's going to be close, but
There's
under
really-
5 touchdowns, yes.
No way. Yeah, I like that.
I just think that the players are going to be playing with a little bit of something. Hopefully, there's a decent crowd there. Like, there's something to be excited about. New coach. And if they come out, like I said, they don't need to win this game, but if they can keep it within like 14, like if we could be looking at a 1-possession game at halftime or something, just give people something to be excited about. That's what I'm hoping for.
Is there a
Is this
buzz around campus?
at the house pick or a goat whale pick or just a regular pick?
Oh no, this is a regular play. This is not the nuclear whale missile of last season.
Okay. Is there a buzz around campus? How are we feeling about football?
Yeah.
I'm buzzing.
I'm so excited for it.
It's a big buzz.
Okay, cool. I also did a
I-
2-team teaser, but
I'll be
it's
at work during the game, unfortunately.
You'll be working?
Oh, the game?
I'll be working
No way.
Where?
I'll be there. I'll be
at
the
Lake Ridge.
Damn. Should quit.
Dude, they gotta give you the game.
Can't do that.
Duncan Golf.
Look at the rest. Of the game.
That's tough.
Yeah,
First
I
game.
took Florida State minus 5.
Minus 5.5.
Yeah.
And I get that. I think there's a chance that they win by more than a touchdown. I just think in a game where I think Georgia Tech has a chance to win the game, not a good one, but I don't think that's crazy. I'd rather get the points, but I understand it.
And I have Saturday off now, so I can watch football. Which is
My
great.
job is to watch football, so I will be watching
Well,
football.
Best time of the year. Best time of the year.
Best time of the year. All right, we're gonna end it with that. We'll see y'all later next week. Season preview. Peace out.